Skinnable, ultimately Skinnable, the last app. I'm so sorry because I thought it was him. It is Inrix. This is Jim back from Inrix.
Gina, how are you? Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Jim. In 15 seconds, I'd love to know what Inrix is.
So what Inrix is a free traffic app, and we provide people with real-time traffic information and traffic forecasts to save time traveling to the places you go every day.
Right, there's lots of traffic apps out there. What makes you different?
There's a bunch of traffic that's out there. Nobody collects more data from more sources and covers more roads than we do.
Why is that?
And the reason is we crowdsource the data from 30 million vehicles and mobile devices traveling the roads every day. And we also bring in D&T road sensor information, accident, incident information.
What is a D&T road center?
Departments of Transportation.
Right, that's right along the highway.
On the highways.
That monitors the traffic.
And what we're announcing tonight at the show is we're actually adding 500,000 miles of arterials and city streets to the app. So
arterials, I love that.
Arterials, you like that?
I do. It's like
it's kind of a geeky
old Dixie
transportation
Highway
term.
Yes.
Yeah, and so basically what that's going to help people do is, you usually know where you're going every day, and you've always been in that scenario where you're like, oh, I'm stuck in traffic on the highway. If I take the next exit, is it going to be any faster? Well, now you'll be able to tell because now you'll have traffic for all those streets.
All right, you want to show it to us?
So let's take a quick look.
You've got 5 minutes. You did very well in that minute.
So you can see the pin there. It's centered where we're at right now. And I'm just going to kind of scroll up on the map, and you could start to see that we have traffic for almost every street within downtown San Francisco. Obviously, green means good, go. And yellow, orange, red, well, black is bad. You want to avoid that at all costs.
So there's still traffic on the Bay Bridge right now?
There still is traffic.
Those poor people, those East Bay people.
Now, the other thing, Gina, that I want to show you, too, is this is great to use when you're in the car and you have to make that split-second decision.
Should I take the highway or should I take Portola?
Exactly.
I make that decision every day.
But what's really going to be helpful to you is like, well, how do I know the best way to go in advance before I'm even out there and I get stuck and stuff? And that's where Inrix has developed some predictive technology where we could show you up to 8 hours in advance what you can expect when you get out there on the roads. So you're seeing right now, and then I can scroll ahead in time, and as that refreshes, that'll give you a sense of how traffic's expected to change over the next couple of hours, couple of days, depending on when your trip is.
Questions from the audience before I hammer in with questions? Looking? Why do you guys have the most traffic information of anyone? I mean, it's all collected. I remember when that map company in the East Bay was collecting all the map information in the early 90s and selling it.
Yeah. Well, it's actually a great question because the app's free. There's
right.
no ads in it. So you're like, well, how do you guys make money?
That was
right?
my next question.
So we license our traffic information to automakers and mobile navigation providers.
So bus drivers, cabbies,
cab
truck
companies,
truckers, what do you call them?
Ford cars with Ford Sync, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, Nissan, they all use our traffic information.
And they pay.
And they pay a licensing fee from us. Navigon Mobile Navigator has a traffic live service that's powered by us.
And so you've got like their breaker 19, and they can look and see exactly.
There is a little bit of that because we not only are limited.
There's a little redneck action on this app.
There's a bunch of that. What's great about the app itself is we also allow people to report incidents and accidents as they see them on the road. Usually that information.
Tonight on 280. There's
like
a bad
on 280.
accident tonight on 280 North.
There's a bad accident. Usually how you get that information is like someone calls in to 911 and says, oh my God, there's an accident. They enter it into a system. They dispatch the emergency responder. And eventually the DOT has that information. It shows up in your system. Well, with this app, what we allow people to do is press one button and report that accident. It's instantly on the map. You see that right away. So you're getting information faster than a lot of the authorities are actually getting it.
All right, I thought the other guy was the last guy, but you're the last guy. Question or video? You have 2 minutes left.
Oh, come on, let's do questions.
Really?
Yeah, that's much more fun.
You loved your video.
I love my video.
All right, question in the back. We start bickering up here like we've known each other our whole lives. This app sounds like Aha Mobile, she says.
Yes, that's our traffic in our app.
That's your stuff?
Yes.
He makes money.
Well, the difference, like I
licensing.
said before, is the whole trip planning piece. The fact that you could see ahead and see what traffic's expected to change. Now there are some other apps that do that. They basically take an historical database where they assume that, okay, Wednesday at 4 o'clock on this road, it's typically like this. What's unique about our approach is we actually factor in, well, what's the weather like that day? Is there a game at Giants Stadium that night? Is there school in session? Is there a big convention in town? Has there been an accident on that road? All of those things factor in our algorithms to give much more accurate predictions, so that's information you can rely on.
You got a minute left. So there you go. Speed traps. Ooh, that's good. I want to find where the cops are too.
Yeah, we don't bring speed trap information directly into the app, but we do let people to report police through the reporting function.
But I want that scanner thing that says the cop is at the next exit.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Actually, it's kind of interesting. The Cobra guys that do radar detectors, they're actually very interested in some of the stuff we're doing. We're actually looking to team up with them.
All right, 30 seconds. Anybody else? All right, you've got just enough time to say price. Go ahead. Where else is the app but the U.S.?
The app is available in 12 countries around the world. We're adding new countries every day.
Wow.
The app is actually available in 8 different languages, and that's available in all those languages in every country in which we ship, actually. And we're actually shipping the app now in Mandarin Chinese, amongst other languages.
So in German, it can bark at you, links, links.
Exactly.
Yeah, wonderful. Go ahead.
The data is updated to device every minute. That is a very key difference in a traffic app because it's a very dynamic situation out on the roads, and latency is poor for reliability.
Yeah,
The older that data is, the less reliable it's going to be.
Yeah, this is useful if you have to wait it all for it.
Exactly.
Useless, I mean, if you have to wait
And that's a
it all
little
for it.
bit
You
of the
want it to be
difference
real
from
time.
us too, because there are people who are doing consumer crowdsourcing of traffic information, but they're only getting data when that device is on and running in the car. And so unless they have a really, really robust user base, that information gets old pretty quick. So that's why we crowdsource the data from the commercial fleets, the taxi cab companies. Those guys are driving 7-8 hours a day. We're getting data every minute of the day from them, plus the consumer vehicles and the official DOT sources.
That's great. Very excellent. Our very last app. Thank you very much, Jim Back.
Thank you, Gina.